Hello, it's Kate in front of the camera.
And Maggie behind.
Okay, and we're going to be doing the 1 in 24th fireplace set. It's very similar to the 1 in 12th, so if you want to watch that video as well. This one I'm going to do on the side. What did we decide? I can't remember what you decided now. I'm going to do this on the side. No, we just decided on the side because then I can show you the long shelves.
Yes, we did.
The one, the main video for the 1 in 12 fireplace is the fireplace in the middle. This will be on the side, and they're both very similar, so you can have a look. So,
and the reason Kay's saying that is because she'll tell you in the video you have a choice of having the fireplace in the middle or to either side.
Yes, you can do either side. So as per usual, everything is tabbed in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just literally going to untab it. So basically, you just hear a little click. There won't be any, there might be one or there might be two. There shouldn't be any more than 2 per item. And just poke it through, and that's untabbed.
And because these items are small, don't just, with any of our MDF things, don't just think, oh, I'll push it out with my thumb, because you might damage something. That's why the little tabs are there to hold it in place, and then you just cut through them with your craft.
Yeah. So you can try it with your thumbs. If it goes easily, then push it through. I'm reducing the size of the tab so that some of them might do that, but if you're hitting any resistance at all, use the knife. Okay. This is the back, and then that's the floor and some shelves there. I'll come back to those in a minute. I'm going to put together the mantelpiece, which is this piece here. You get the rocking horse, which is one piece, so it don't have anything to do with that. Again, pussycat, one piece. So you put those to one side, and then you also get the rocking chair, which I insist on trying to call a rocking horse, but it is actually a chair. So I'm going to start putting this together, but this isn't done in phases. So you really want to do this in as a shelf. We don't want that. So you really want to do this in 3 phases. So the first phase is line up your sides to make sure they're in the right place, and then you get your back piece, and this piece here with the notch out is at the back, and then you're going to glue that to that, and then you're going to leave it alone while it sets. So I'll do that now. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on that bit there and that bit there, and then stick that like that, and then leave it alone. Okay, as you would if you watch the 12th video, you'll see why I say that. So I'll put all the bits over there and just leave that alone. Okay, then we'll come back to the mantelpiece. So you've got your mantelpiece front, so you've got the chimney pressy bit, then you've got 2 side pieces. Okay, and then you've got your front part, like a half bit, and then you've got the mantel bit that goes, not the mantel, what do you call that bit? Surroundy bit goes on top. Yeah, it's called. It's probably in the instructions, but I can't see what they are. And then you've got that bit that goes across there, and this it goes to the back. This is part of the and that's at the top. Okay, and that goes behind. Okay, and then these are bits for supports, and then that's your mantelpiece. Okay, so I'm going to put these together. So I don't tend to glue this bit in, but you can do if you want to. Is you put this piece into this piece at the front. So it fits well. It's a nice tight fit, so that's probably why I don't tend to glue it. So it's nice.
So it almost clicks in, doesn't it?
So like that. So make sure it's nice at the front. Okay, fits in at the back. Okay, and then they're going to stick this piece to the back. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. Oops, position that in and squidge it down. And then I'll glue it in a minute so you can see what I'm doing. So it is a tight fit, which is good. In fact, I probably don't even need to glue that because it is quite a tight fit. In fact, I'm not going to bother to glue that. So I'll just literally push that in, and that is quite firm. Because don't forget, you're going to be sticking this to the back, so you don't need to worry too much about it. So those bits I haven't actually glued in, but they are a nice snug fit. Okay, and you also, because you get that piece at the back, you get that nice insert at the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get that. So that's what that looks like. So that's quite sturdy and upright. So I'm going to put the side pieces in, and they're going to fit flush to that piece along here like that, and then they're going to flush along this bit here and straight to the bottom. So when I put it in, it's going to do that. Can you see that?
Yeah, so they lock into place, so there'll be no overlap either end.
So that fits flush at the back, front of that's at the bottom. Okay, so and
Very
I'll
neat.
do both of those on those sides. So I'm just going to glue a little bit of glue here, and then all the way down the sides of the chimney breast. So, they're very noisy out there today, aren't they?
They are. They've got a big chest that they're revamping.
Oh, are they? Okay. Right, so that fits in like that, and then if it needs it, actually that's quite stable, so I'll probably leave that as it is for the minute. And then do the same for the other side.
And we have a renovation room opposite us, don't we, Kay?
Oh, is it? Yeah, redoing furniture.
Yeah.
So upcycling, isn't it? Upcycling furniture.
Yeah.
So, right. So you make sure that's square there, and everywhere nice and square. And then on these bits here, you've got these little triangle bits, and they're going to sit on top of this bit and wedge in like that. So what that does, because it gives it a bit of strength and make sure it's everything nice and square. So I'm going to stick those in, and I'll show you what I've done. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue.
Actually, it's much easier. There. I know these are small, okay, but it's much easier videoing, because when we used to do like the nooks, which were bigger sizes, it was really hard trying to fit it all in.
Yes.
In one.
Yeah. Yes, also they weren't easy to film either.
No.
Okay, then I'll squidge that one in there. Okay, so you can just squidge that in and just make sure that's nice and flat. So it fits in like that. So you know you've got everything squidged in, and it's flush, and it's everything so nice at 90 degrees at angles. So just push that one together. Okay, the other way of doing it, so stabilising it at the top, is to use a top piece. Now the tabby bit faces into the inside, so it just slots into the top of the chimney breast like that. So you'd glue it in like that and then tape it, and that keeps everything nice and square at the top as well. Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll get some tape ready.
And then you could paper this at this point, could you, if you wanted to?
Yeah, I'll say when it's dry, I would if I was doing papering, I would do papering probably now, and then you can paper the back and then put the two together. You get a nice neat finish doing that. Right, so make sure that's nice and square at the top. And then raise, and then a bit of tape here. Bit of tape there. And then just leave that to dry for a bit. Okay, and then you can start putting the rest on. But when to put the rest on, it's quite simple. Is just you're going to stick that on there. You put your mantelpiece on.
That slots in, doesn't it?
That just slots in there, and that just fires around. Just goes like, oops. I'm upside down. I can't see what I'm doing. Let's put that in place like that. And then that goes on top of that.
Yeah.
So you would obviously straighten everything up. I would, if I was putting tiles and everything round, I would do it before I put this bit on and the surround bit on. So I'll decorate that first and then put these bits on after I've decorated them.
Are you talking about tiles on the?
You can do tiles.
On the hearth.
Yeah, you can do tiles. Whoops. You can either do tiles. Oh, I've got that bit as well. I'll show that in a minute. So that's one made up. So what I would do, if you've got tiles either going on the hearthy bit here, or you can have them on the surroundy bit here. So whatever, I'll probably do that before I stick these bits and those bits on.
Yeah.
And I'll decorate those first and then put them on.
Because if you put tiles on the hearth before you stick that bit round, they're going to raise up, aren't they? So you have to sand, and then your mantelpiece won't lay flat. Yeah.
So just be aware that if you put tiles on here, if you just draw around it, then you've got to know where the border's going to be. Okay, so just and if you've got the depth of tiles, you can either do that as in situ as they are now, or just before. Okay, but don't forget, anything you put on here will have a depth to it. Okay, so
yeah, I think that's tiles decorated before.
Okay, so you've got tiles at the base, and then you've got tiles here. Can you see that they have a little thickness on there? But that's around the chimney breast, so it's not actually in this bit here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't used the fireside either, so which is fine.
Yes.
I want to, so again, it's your project, doing it as you want. So this is, now you just leave that to dry, like that, and then you come on to the other bit of the chair, rocking chair. So I need to put this piece on here. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on and turn it over, and then we'll just leave that to dry, to set as well. Okay, so that goes on like that, and what I'm going to do is just turn that over, and that needs to set. So it is important that these are fairly stable before you do the next stage. So again, just move those back over there. Okay, so that's the rocking chair sorted out again. And then in the kit you also get...
Did you do your grate?
No, oh yeah, it's grate. Grate comes in 2 pieces, and you just basically stick them together. So I did one side, and then the other side. So I already stuck that together. So, but it's quite simple. It's only the 3 pieces. And then you've got your grate, so it sits in like that into your hearth.
And you can see how to do it on the 1 in 12 one if you're not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Okay, there's only 2. It's quite simple pieces. So, how do you want to put your what do you call it? Your fireplace together. So you can have your chimney breast on either side. So I've taken all the tabs out, so it comes like that. Okay, and I've taken all the tabs out so I can show you, apart from the middle one, which I think I stuck back in again. So that comes in like that. So you can choose whether you're going to have your in the middle. So you can have your chimney breast in the middle, or you can have it to one side, or you can have it to the other side. If you want it to on the other side, all you need to do is turn this over, and then you have it onto that side as well. But you do need to turn this piece over.
And why do you need to turn it over, Kay?
Because all the bits match.
It's the little holes that are cut out for the fireplace.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Bulb in and
yeah. So what I'm going to do is turn it over. So I'm going to do this one on the other side. So I've got it like this. I'm going to turn it over, put my chimney breast on.
Hold on, turn that one over.
No, I'll turn that one over. No,
That's it.
turn that one over. So like that. So no, I don't want to do that.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
No, you want to turn that?
No, I'll just turn this off a minute. Right, so I've decided that I'm going to go and put this on this side, onto this side. So I'm going to have to. I'm doing the other side though, don't I?
That's right. No, that's right.
I can do that. I can do that other side. I can do this side.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the
I
one
can do
you
that.
need to turn round.
Okay, and then what I wanted to try and show you was, so that's how it comes. But if I turn that round, I can have this on that side, which I think I'm going to do. Which is what I wanted to show you.
Or you can have it in the middle on that
yeah,
one
or you can have the middle. You have the middle either way round. But I'm going to turn it round. So that's a top part. You can see how it's cut out. But I'm going to do that side. So then I'm going to take out my shelves along here.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm only going to take out 2 shelves because I don't want 2 more. Okay, so I was going to have 2 shelves along here. Okay, so what I need to do is take out that one.
Yeah.
And then that one. That one, because you see, you can just push it. If you just push them out, you don't necessarily need to cut them. But if you get any resistance at all, then use the knife. So that one, and then if I want to have the light, then I can put that. I can do that there. So I'll take that one out as well, so I can have the light on there.
And what's that long thin thing?
Right. So the long thin thing. So that will do any way, whichever way you do it. That is your battery. So you can take that out. And if you've got a little battery, you can put that in for your lights. So you've got access to a battery at the back. So that's what for. And a lot of our ladies have used that to make a top of a table. So
And
for
then
a side
they use
table.
the little push-out bits for
And
legs.
and those bits is for legs. So nice and easy. So you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to stick that to that bit. So this bit is going to stick onto here. So I was going to put some tape on and stick that onto there. So at this point, what I would do, if I was going to decorate it with paper or paint for anything like that, is I would decorate it now. And just get that right way around. I'll decorate it now, because then you've got that bit at the top that's fine. And just make sure that if you're doing paper, you've cut out some holes for your shelves. If you need to do
go
that.
in with a little file just to...
Yeah, so what I tend to do is I paper over the whole lot, then I just find the centre with my pokey tool, and then I can either cut it with a very sharp knife, or you can sand it. Usually cutting it with a knife is enough, because when you push this in, the paper will go in. It'll be a nice tight
finish.
It'll be a nice finish, but it'll be a nice tight fit. So just be aware of that, and don't put too much glue around those bits because you don't want to swell them. Okay, so just be aware that you want to keep these as dry as possible. So if you're putting a bit of glue on, our artist tack is particularly good for putting more paper on small things because it doesn't make anything wet. So I'm just going to glue that to that, like that. So I'm going to put a bit of tape, and then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the inny bits, on both. So a bit of glue, and I'm using our book binding glue because it dries quite quickly, and it's nice and strong, and it's archival, and it does everything you want it to do really. So then put that together like that. Turn that around, make sure that's nice and flush. So you can use corner spacers or hinge spacers or something like that to make sure that's nice and square, like that. So you make sure that's nice and square, and then use something to keep it in place. Okay, and it's in place, and you just let that dry. Okay, so I'm going to put that out of the way for a minute, and then I'll come back to that in a sec. So I'm hoping that this is stable enough to put the back on. Okay, it looks more stable. If you saw the 1 in 12 one first, then I have real problems with this. But hey ho, we'll see how we go. So you need to put a bit of glue at the back and on the sides, like that. So what you're gonna do? Let's put a little bit of glue there. That's it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this that way. So you're gonna push it in at that angle. So you push that down into the hole, and then push these in from the front.
So sort of that bottom one locks into place, and then they sort of tease into place.
Yeah. So you just need to work these into the place. Again, you've got a nice. You need a tight fit. There we go. So you just push it in like that. Okay. So I just felt that go in. And that's
heard it as well.
Yeah, so
that was easy, Kay.
It was, wasn't it? Remarkably easy. Right, okay.
Who knew?
Okay, and if you want to keep it, just square it. Is just put a little bit more tape on the back, just to keep that in place. Do it from the front. Okay, and then just leave that to dry. Okay, and that works. That's how the other one did. And then if you want to, you can put Just square that one up. And then you can put your rests on, your armrests on. So just a tiny bit of glue. So if you wanted to, you could put a bit of fabric over the armrests if you wanted. And then, so I think most of us have done, I think all of us have done, it's what we've done. We've painted these, and then we've just put cushions at the bottom. Okay, so there you go, and that's that. And just obviously take the tape off when it's dry. So just leave that alone. Okay, so then come back to this piece here. Okay, so you probably give it a few more minutes than I've given it, but then all you need to do is glue this into this. So it's obviously the only bit that's tabbed in is the top bit here. So that fits in as flush. These are nice and square, so they just fits in like that. So I'm just going to glue these pieces together. And all you do then is glue them like that. And that is basically it put together. And then if you've got a light, which I hope you have there, that works. And oops, don't take off, that was back. You put your tape in there, light in there, the wrong colour, but you can get the general idea. Squidge that in. Okay, it's not going to be squidged in. So if you put this in at an angle, so it's decided it's not going to play games. That's because I haven't got any tweezers with me. So I should have had my tweezers with me.
Do you want some?
No, it's fine. I'll just put that in. Oh, the other thing I was going to show is how to put the shelves in, wasn't I? So let's do that. Right, I'll give up. I'll put that in later. Anyway, so that's what your light goes in there. So your light goes in the back there if you want it, or you could have lights coming down from here if you wanted to as well.
Yeah, but the kits don't come with lights, do
No,
they?
we don't. No, so you provide your own lights for that. So let's take that off. So anyway, shelves. Let's put that back together. So the shelves, I put in like that. So you've got your shelf with a small bit here that fits on that side. And then you've got your bigger shelf on this side. So if you're putting
a
in
smaller notch, okay.
so you've got so you've got a slightly smaller notch, but you also get 4 of these if you want them. But I'm going to be using 2 because I've got 2 out, so I just want 2. And what these do are shelf supports underneath. So I'm just going to glue that into that in. So you put these in. These also have square. Can you just see that move as I put that in?
Yes.
Everything sort of squares it up as well. Mm-hmm. So you want to put the shelves in at this point before everything dries, like that.
But
and
you
then
would have put your wallpaper on if you'd wanted it.
Yes.
We've had that discussion.
And then
haven't we? Yeah.
this is support for your shelves so they don't move in the middle. So if you don't have to put this on if you don't want to, but it's there if you do. So I'll just glue that on 2 sides. And that fits, not necessarily so much glue, but and you put that there. It squares it up so you get the nice straight finish on your shelves. So I'll just do the other one. Probably should have done that one first. So a bit of glue there and there. So everything, when you start putting your things in, everything sort of squares up because it all fits in together. So when you put them together, you want to. You can decorate them separately, but I would put them all together in one go.
So if you were putting all the shelves in, would you recommend starting from the top and working down?
Probably, or the other way around. Yeah. Start from the bottom and working your way out.
Yeah.
You can see it's easy.
Yeah.
It's not too difficult to do.
Yeah.
Just get your fingers in there just to do that, and then that means that you've got nice straight shelves.
Very nice.
And they don't split in the middle.
And they don't bow either.
So they don't bow. So you've got the choice of doing either of those. Okay, and you also get your fireplace tools. So you get your stand, and then you get your fork for crumpets and toast.
Yum, yum. We used to do crumpets on the fire.
Little scoopy thing for ash. Whoops. And then you get a poker as well. So this is quite fiddly. So what I would suggest is probably when you've decorated them is just put a spot of glue on there so they don't come out, unless you want them to. But anyway, so that's your fire tools as well to go with it, and they go on the side. Okay, I think that's everything.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I think that. Thank you for watching.